Okay, I'm going to try to make this real quick and simple. We have a kinetic engine. This is a pipe. You have this oval mass going back and forth, back and forth. You can use magnetic propulsion, electricity, pneumatic. In this case, I only have pistons. And this is just an example of this piston. This piston goes off and it'll propel this oval object going this direction. And once it impacts on this side, the opposite also on this side has another piston. It'll get triggered and it'll push it back going this way. So same deal. Once this hits this side, once again the piston gets triggered and then propels it back and forth. So now this constantly we have back and forth, but it has to be impact on the side to create the motion. The kinetic inertia, when you do that, it'll be going this way. So let's say you have this object, oval object, going this way, high velocity, and it gets triggered here at the piston, and the piston throws it back. At the same time, this tube is spinning this way. So now, as it's going this way, it's also at the same time it's rotating. High velocity. It has to be synchronized. And then when it completes a cycle, then by then this object will be over here and it'll return back to its original place. So basically, as it goes this way, rotates this way, this piston's always going to rotate and come back. But as the cycle completes, it's always going to end up in the same direction. That's why it has to be synchronized. So this oval object always hitting on this direction. So as it rotates, even if it goes back, this thing will rotate to this direction. It'll be hitting the same area on this location. So propel the object on this direction. And this is a kinetic engine or in kinetic inertia. The way I could simply explain this, let's say you have a plate, a dinner plate. It's empty, but then on top of the dinner plate you have a frog, and this frog's on top of the plate, and the plate's fallen down off the table, but it's fallen down in midair, and then you got this frog that jumps off the plate. So now you have this frog jumping higher than what the plate is. So the frog already created an inertia, kinetic impulse or kick. It took off from the plate higher than what the plate is. So even though the plate's falling down, now the frog is jumping off the plate. Kinetic inertia. So that's what, in a sense, you're doing this several hundred times a minute or so, as it rotates fast. Each time it's hitting the same direction. Even if it returns on this side, but this side's going to be hitting this way. So basically, it's hitting the same section. You have to have movement. So there's going to be movement in the direction going this way. You can use this for propulsion boats. In more advanced stages, you can use it as a astronaut pack, or they can actually use this propulsion kinetic inertia for an astronaut to work outside the shuttle and move around the shuttle without using propellants to move around. And also, only the good thing about this could be an electrical unit, or using motors or electromagnetic propulsion, or any kind of that uses electricity. And you can simply recharge this at the space station with their solar panels. So you don't have to carry no propellant for the astronauts to propel themselves into the space shuttle outside to do repairs or whatever. They could have this kinetic jetpack outside and move around space. Or on Earth, we could use this for a boat or submarine, move around the boat and stuff. If it's powerful enough, then we could use it for levitation purposes. But that's when you have higher speeds and higher mass, they can actually propel further. So this is just a concept, and this is just a simple kinetic motor, and it's the simplest form.